The wind whistles a mournful tune through the skeletal cornstalks, casting long, distorted shadows across the farmhouse windows. Sarah lies awake, her eyes wide open, replaying the events of her tumultuous marriage like a broken record in her mind. Sleep is a rare visitor these days, and the silence outside becomes a canvas for her anxieties to paint disturbing portraits of what-ifs. A barely audible creak, like a floorboard straining under weight, pierces the stillness. Sarah's heart hammers against her ribs. Is it just the wind playing tricks on her sleep-deprived mind? No. The sound comes again, this time closer, followed by a faint scratching against the side of the house. Her breath hitches, and goosebumps erupt on her skin. She reaches for her phone, the faint blue glow, a poor shield against the encroaching darkness. Panic claws at her throat as a low whine echoes through the house. It's not human, not entirely. It's the sound of something primal, something hungry, tasting the fear in the air. She scrambles out of bed, her bare feet slapping against the cold wooden floor. Her voice trembles as she whispers into the phone, pleading for help that feels miles away. The doorknob on the back porch rattles, then twists violently. The flimsy wood groans under the assault, a chilling counterpoint to her own racing heart. Shadows flit at the edge of her vision, dark phantoms dancing in the periphery. The phone slips from her trembling grasp, the screen illuminating her pale face and wide, terrified eyes. The back door splinters, raining shards of wood and moonlight onto the kitchen floor. A dark figure, lean and shrouded in tattered clothes, slinks through the opening. Its face is hidden in the shadows, but Sarah can feel its gaze burning into her, cold and predatory. In its hand, it wields a glint of metal, reflecting the pale moonlight in a terrifying dance. Adrenaline kicks in, propelling Sarah into action. She dives for a drawer, her fingers fumbling through kitchen utensils until they snag a heavy iron skillet. Holding it up like a shield, she squares off against the intruder, her voice cracking with newfound defiance. The confrontation turns into a desperate ballet of survival. Sarah, fueled by fear and the raw instinct to protect herself, swings the skillet, connecting with a sickening thud against the intruder's arm. But the creature seems unfazed, its movements quick and predatory. Its rasping breaths fill the air, a symphony of terror pushing Sarah closer to the edge of sanity. As the struggle spills out onto the porch, the cornfield becomes a silent audience to the unfolding nightmare. Sarah trips, the skillet clattering away. The intruder looms over her, its grotesque form finely bathed in the moonlight. His face, a tapestry of scars and feral hunger, cracks into a smile that sends shivers down her spine. Just as all hope seems lost, the silence explodes. A guttural roar rips through the night, tearing the intruder's attention away from Sarah. In the shadows beyond the cornfield, two luminous eyes ignite, followed by the thundering approach of something large and unseen. The intruder hesitates, a flicker of fear extinguishing the malevolent glint in his eyes. He melts back into the darkness, vanishing into the labyrinthine maze of stalks as quickly as he appeared. Sarah lies on the porch, her body racked with sobs and the tremors of adrenaline. The roar fades into the distance, leaving behind a chilling silence, heavy with the unspoken promise of another encounter. As dawn paints the sky with pale hues, she stumbles back inside, the echoes of the night clinging to her like a shroud. Later that morning, the police arrive, finding no trace of the intruder. Sarah's story is met with skepticism, chalked up to the trauma of her recent divorce. However, as they investigate the nearby cornfield, they discover a gruesome scene.